It's Gregatron. How are y'all? Welcome back to the good show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come one, come all. Come one, come all. Doing some stretching. I'm gonna do some leg work. A good person inspired me to make this video. A good man who goes by the name of Arizona Jake. The good gentleman. Yeah, might as well stretch out arms too. Might as well. So, yesterday I saw a video he had dropped. And this man was jumping. He was actually jumping with weight on his back. And I'm like, what the heck? He had a barbell on his back. I don't know how much weight was on it, or if there was any weight on it at all. The point is, he had a barbell on his back, and he was jumping kind of high. I'm like, man, if he can do that, so can I. Not only did he do that, but he did other exercises, leg work related. It looked like aerobics. I just love the energy he puts out, man. I love that stuff. And it was just a short on YouTube. It wasn't an actual video. Oh, and do you like my shorts? Yeah. So, first I'm gonna jump, do some jumping with no weight, and then see what happens from there as far as moving it up. Alright? Maybe 10 good jumps. And thank you for hitting the like button. Do you like my garage? Got some spider webs going. We can't have that. Gets the heart rate going. 12 jumps. That's good stuff. Welcome back, y'all. Blue, aqua, tiger, and no diggity. Sup. And thank you for the compliments. I love this garage. Currently, I'm gonna get a new garage door installed. That's why the garage door isn't open. The small door is open, the door that you walk into is open, but the garage door itself needs replaced. Or else it would be open. It's old. It's old, it needs replaced. Definitely came with the house. Just working and listening. Hope your day is good. Yes, my day is great. This is an amazing day. Thank you for your comment. And the fact that you're at work or you're working, because some people, they work even on their off day doing other stuff. The fact that you stop by at all means a lot. Because you're working at home right now. You're getting it in. And you still stop by to see your boy. I appreciate that. Why don't we do some jumping with 15-pound dumbbells? All right. I said, let me drink some of this water first. All right, 15. As you can see, these are 15s. Or is it backwards? There you go. I don't lie about my weight count. Yes, hydration is the key. You're on your bike to the gym. If you guys are already working or on your bicycle, I don't want you watching me while doing that. Don't get into an accident, G. There's a lot of crazy drivers out there. Not even that. People just can't drive in general. So don't tune in if you're in traffic. I appreciate it, but don't get yourself hurt. I don't want to be held responsible. I don't want to be held responsible for y'all getting into traffic accidents. You take down the police report for your insurance sake. You gotta pay your little $500 deductible or whatever. You're getting their information, they're getting yours. During the police report, the police might ask you, so what happened? You just lost control of the bike? You're like, yeah, well, officer, the truth of the matter is, I was tuning into Gregatron while on my bicycle. And the police officer's like, who is Gregatron you speak of? Who is this? You're like, officer, where have you been? He's the dude out there who inspires me to get on this bicycle in the first place and to make more gains. That guy. Then the police officer is like, that's not ringing any bells. He's on YouTube. Just look him up. You'll find him. The police officer is like, let's see. Let's see if this guy's telling the truth. looks me up. And you're like, hey, make sure you do Greg with two G's. Gregg, a Tron. The police officer's like, huh, looks like he's live right now. This guy must be telling the truth. The truth! But no, be safe out there, please. I'm just listening and commenting when I stop. Okay. I am fully responsible for any events that occur. That's right. That's because we take accountability over here. We don't make excuses on the Greggatron show. It's all about Greggatron. I take zero responsibility. There you go. I'm Greggatron, and I do not approve this message. That's funny. While you are there, officer, like and subscribe. That's right. Well, he looks at his phone. He's like, he appears to be live while we're speaking. Maybe I will like and subscribe. Start sharing the video to his cop buddies. You're not going to believe what happened today. They called me because some guy got hit on his bicycle. So I go over there to deal with the situation. And the guy on the bicycle said he was listening to some dude named Greggatron. All the other cops on the station are like, who? And the cop's like, yeah, Greggatron. So I looked this guy up on the internet, and there he was, live right then. I'm gonna show y'all. Then they all gather around him. Who is this? So this is the individual who's responsible for that rider to get into an accident. We're gonna have to keep an eye on this dude. This man has some influence, causing people to get into accidents. We're gonna have to dox him, see where he lives, see where we can find him, because we too want to be inspired. Then the police start reaching out to me. Is it true you're the man on YouTube who inspires people? I'm like, yes, this is true. That was me. The police are like, sir, we just want you to know people shouldn't be watching your videos while riding their bicycles because they might crash. But with that said, you inspired all of us in the station that day when Officer So-and-so showed us that video that rider was referring to. Then I mess around and go viral. It becomes a national news story. It would only become a real story if, like, you really got hurt. But I shouldn't joke like that. That's not funny. It's funny, but it's not. That's my sense of humor. That's my imagination kicking in. I swear, if you guys knew me when I was a kid, me and my brother, we were always telling stories. Just stories and stories. Every day, we would just tell stories. It didn't even have to pertain to us. It would just be about people who we know. We would just tell stories. Especially at nighttime. Yes, good morning. Pinocchio. Hey, Pinocchio. I say we make the good blue aqua tiger into a moderator. That's what I say. You know why? Because he's one of the good people. All right, round two. I'm supposed to be exercising. Here I am telling stories. Storytelling with Greggatron. Got my dumbbells. not bad. Not bad. I'd much rather do that right about now than squats. Which I am squatting, don't get me wrong, but squats can be treacherous. Squats can be unbearing at times. Whereas I haven't jumped in a long time. Oh, well, you are blue, right? Blue Aqua Tiger. So your name better be in blue. Hey, we're all crazy. A little bit. To a degree. I'm not one of those people who pretends to be someone who I'm not. And I don't pretend to be perfect either. I'm just Gregatron. I stumble over my words. I forget stuff. I forget what I'm gonna say. I go into tangents. I'm bad at making eye contact with the camera. I'm just Gregatron. You know what I'm saying? I forgot why I even brought that up, see? You said I'm not crazy as far as I know. But yeah, we're all a little bit cuckoo. Little bit. So my point is, if you know you're a little crazy, hey, stand with it. You gotta embrace yourself, man. Embrace who you are. Because let's just say you are crazy, for example. You can't really fight it. What are you gonna do? Take medication? That medication is not gonna make you uncrazy. You just have to accept it. You can't even deal with it. You just have to live with it. Whether you're crazy or you're this or you're that or whatever. Okay, good. Terry's show is later. Perfect. Yeah. So even if you were crazy, I wouldn't even care. Because if you're here, you're one of the good people as it is. But ain't nothing we can do about it. You know what I mean? You can't even do anything about it if you're crazy. Because if you could, you would. When you see crazy people in the streets, most of them don't even know they're crazy. But two, if they did know they're crazy, what are they going to do about it? What can they do? Yeah. I'm just a real A-word dude. All right. But that goes for anything, a disability, ailment, a sickness, any problems you face, whether it be financial stuff. It could be the 7 deadly sins: lust, greed, sloth, wrath, envy, etc. You can struggle with any one of those things, but what are you going to do about it? Because if you try to fight those things, you're just digging yourself deeper into that sand pit. You know what I'm saying? You just got to stop fighting and just let it be, because God will take care of it, whatever it may be. This is deep. I helped a buddy of mine move a couple of days ago. He had moved in with me for 1 month. 1 month. Just to save up some money real quick so he could get an apartment. So when I helped him move out, he's like, bro, everything happened perfect. He said he didn't even know if this apartment he was getting was going to work out. So I said, yeah, man, that's God's work. I said, God did that. Because he didn't know if he was going to get that apartment or not. it just all fell into place. Whereas had he like really been trying, it might not have worked out that well. So my point is, you just have to let stuff be. The word be, be. Just let it be. In other words, it is what it is. But let God deal with stuff, man. And I was kind of thinking about that when it came to dating. Somebody had asked me recently, why am I single? Or something like that. And my normal answer would be like, because I haven't found the right woman. Something like that. But spiritually, I'm to the point where I'm just like, I'm just letting it be. So if God puts a woman in my life who he wants to be in my life, I'm just going to let that be. If he does not put a woman in my life who he does not want to be in my life, I'm going to let that be. But I don't chase dating. I don't chase relationships. I just let it be. Now, if a woman reaches out to me, cool. I only mess with people who want to mess with me. And I mentioned that in a previous video. I'm starting to say that more and more now. I only mess with people who openly want to mess with me. But I'm not going to go out and chase people. I'm not going to go out and try and be people's friend. Because I'm attracted to good people and good people are attracted to me. So we're going to collaborate or collide at some point. Like all of you in the chat, we always collaborate because we're all good people, decent people, like-minded people. But the way we all got together, Terry, Blue Aqua Tiger, Pinocchio's Helicopter, etc., we all got together dang near by coincidence. We just let everything be. I didn't force myself on y'all, and y'all didn't force y'allself on me. But look at the title of this video. It's called Arizona Jake. That's because he inspired me to make this video and the short video I just dropped. But me and Arizona Jake, we met strictly by accident. He was in my news feed one day. I'm like, oh, okay, who is this? Oh, this dude's putting in work. And we've been friends ever since. Now, I'm inspiring him and he's inspiring me back. It's like, all of this was by accident. But by accident, I mean, that's God doing that. That's God's work. God put that together. That or the YouTube algorithm. But yeah, everybody I meet in my life, I just let it be. Whether it's a good person or a bad person. If it's a bad person, I stay away. I'm not going to answer your calls. I'm not going to answer your texts. I'm going to stay away. But if you're good people, if you're decent, like-minded, family, oh yeah, I'm there. Like, I will do anything for you if you're my people. I'll help you move. I'll go to your wedding. I'll go to your Christmas party. I'll go to your retirement party. I'll help you out financially if you really need it, if you're good for it. If you're my people, I'll do anything for you. I will jump in front of a moving, speeding bullet for you if you're my people. Even if you're not my people, I'll still put my life on the line for you because I don't want anything to happen to you, but I'll just stay away from you in the sense that you like bring drama and chaos, that sort of thing. But if you're in danger and I'm right there, like, yeah, I'm going to stop you from getting your A-word beat. You know, I don't like violence just for the sake of violence. You know, that's that superhero complex I got going on here. It's true! Alright, it's good to see you guys are here. But when I'm talking like that, and there's messages in the chat, I skip the messages because I don't want to lose what I'm saying. Then I'll come back and read it later. Because I can't multitask on that level. Not at all. That's right, Terry. That is how it should be. Like, when I was at y'all's wedding, I was surrounded by good people. Like-minded, decent people. And that's how I felt. I'm like, I would do anything for these people at this wedding. Y'all need help? What was it? I was like the doorman. I was the doorman at the church. Cause, okay, so the way their church was set up, there's like two different entrances. There's the main entrance, but it appeared to be blocked off because they didn't want people to think that the church was available for like everybody. It was available for the people who were invited, right? So I guess the entrance was the side entrance. So I got there kind of early because I didn't know where I was going. So I got there early on purpose. But once people started showing up, I was the doorman. I was holding the door. I was directing people. I'm like, okay, yeah, they're in there. Go straight that way, make a left. That's the main area. And then go further left, you get the sanctuary. Or they say, hey, young man, do you know where the bathroom is? I'm like, yeah, just go straight, make a right. They should be right there. I'll do anything for y'all. Yeah. I pulled up and Greg walked outside. I was like, what the? Oh, yeah. I was there early because I was talking on the phone with my buddy. And we were just talking for, I don't know, 30 minutes plus. Because it was good to like explore and walk around y'all's city. That was fun. And I was at my hotel prior to that, so I had nothing else to do. So I'm like, yep, let's get ready for this wedding. And it was nice because everything was in walking distance, so I didn't have to Uber or anything like that. But if it's my first time somewhere, yes, I'm definitely leaving early. But yeah, I might have been the first one there, if not one of the first people. But yeah, my point is, I'll do anything for my people. Yes. Damn good time. And that goes for anybody. I made a video this week. That was this week. I made a video talking about a 4th of July party I went to. Same thing. I would do anything for those people. Those are good people. Some of them I worked with. But these people can cook. These people had good families. These people were friendly. I mean, if they accept me, I'm going to accept y'all. I had no reason not to accept them. And we had a dang good time. That was one of the best 4th of July parties I've ever gone to. You know what I'm saying? But as far as recent parties, it was a dang good party. But same thing. Yeah, I took their trash out for them. A couple of times. And then the lady, the owner of the house, this was like my second or third time. Because you know the trash fills up fast. So I'm getting ready to leave finally. And I'm collecting the trash out the kitchen. And she said, Greg, are you taking my trash out again? I was like, yeah, I got you. You know you don't have to do that. I said, I know. Hey, y'all fed me. Shoot. After that macaroni and cheese and them damn baked beans and all that food I ate, I said it in the video. I ate 2 bratwursts, 1 hot dog, and 2 cheeseburgers. After all that food I ate and all that kicking it we did, yeah, I'm going to take out some trash. Kind of like at Terry's wedding, I was stacking the chairs up. I was helping the church people. But I always do stuff like that. just out of courtesy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just a way of saying thanks. It's kind of like when you send people super chats on certain channels. I don't send everybody super chats, but I'll send the people who I really mess with, like Hake, Terry, JLP, ABL. Who else? Who else does super chats? Lupin, maybe. Daniel, maybe. If I mess with you, super chat. Munchies with Jazz. Who's the other one? Alien Spaceship. There's a few of them out there who, if you're my people, I'm gonna try to send something. Or even if you don't do super chats yet, or even if I don't have it like that yet, I'll just be like, sup. Like in the face, for example, I'd just be like, sup. And then he'd be like, oh, what's up, Gregatron? That's how he talks. Hey, Gregatron. What's up, buddy? And I'd be like, what's good with you? And he's just saying, oh, you know, doing my thing. But yeah, that's good stuff right there. That's some deep content. That's deep right there. I thought about, because I was watching this video yesterday of the uncle, nephew, those guys, the comedians. What up, Ethan Hawke? The uncle, he's real funny. But the nephew, he kind of goes around with the camera and records interactions they have with people. Because the uncle is that damn funny. Well, anyway, they have full videos that are like compilations of different episodes they have. Kind of like savage moments, if you will. I see Ethan. So I thought about, like, I might have to make a savage moments for myself. Because there are times where I say some deep stuff. Sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. I'll say some real good stuff. And they'll be like, And I know it's true because my sister reached out to me this week. Me and my sister and my brother were in a group chat. Just the three of us. My sister said, Greg, my friends were watching your YouTube channel at work today, and we were cracking up. She said me and my friends. She said me and my coworkers were watching your channel, your video, and we were cracking up. I said, which video was it? Was it the one about the female cops, or was it the one about kids? And she said the female cop one. I'm like, nice. So yeah, I do say some good stuff at times, because it's weird, because like I'll perceive my video one way, like, oh, they're gonna like this. But then when they really actually like it and they tell me that they like it, I'm like, oh, snap. I was hoping they would like it, but I didn't think they would really like it. And then when they actually like it, I'm like, oh, snap. This has 100 views. This video has 100 views. I'm like, this is dope. And I was looking at my channel, the last 4 videos I uploaded, the last 4, they all have 100 plus views. I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, that's kind of cool. Yeah. All right, why don't we do another set? Well, let me check the chat. Yeah. I'm glad you say that, Terry. They are insane. And I was watching some of the Hodge Twins videos yesterday because the guy who I normally watch, he hadn't uploaded anything yet. So I'm like, let me check in with the twins, see if they got anything. One of their channels, all they talk about is like police interactions. I'm like, okay, that gets old. But I watched 1 or 2 of them. And the female cop was dealing with this female suspect, or whatever you want to call her, in such an awful way. It felt like 2 women arguing. It felt like a lesbian couple Because the female cop would tell the lady to do something, she'd do it. Then the female cop would change her mind, say do the opposite. Well, then the lady's like, well, you told me to do this. But the female cop was on this ego trip to where she didn't know what she wanted the woman to do. And it takes me back to my buddy who I used to work with, shout out. He told me, Greg, because we were talking about relationships and stuff. He said, Greg, and I'm just quoting, he said, Greg, women don't know what they want until you tell them what they want. And I don't know if I believe that 100%, but it sticks with me. And when I see stories like this with these female cops, I'm like, yeah, he's right. The female cops don't even know what they want because they don't know how to deal with these female perpetrators, or the male ones for that matter. But yeah, it's like they argue with the suspects. It's almost like a shouting match, like the Bad Girls Club or something. Whereas the male cop, he kind of just states what you need to do. Get out of the car, or we're going to take this outside, or you're going to be detained, or whatever. But the female cop always seems to give that extra feedback, that extra you know what. What up, the body beat down? Good morning. We're just talking. But yeah, it's definitely, she doesn't know how to control the situation. It's like, part of it is fear. She might be afraid, but another part of it is her mentality could be, am I good enough? Does this person see me as an authority figure? Because they're already not seen as authority figures. Therefore, she has to do extra. But when she does extra, it's not normal for her to be that extra. So she's not making sense. So she's making things worse than they would normally be had she just been normal. But she has that mentality, I need to be extra to make sure they know I'm a police officer. We see you're a police officer, you have a badge and gun. But her attitude and her mindset, no one's gonna respect that. Now, if you're a female cop and you're decent and you're honorable and you're not afraid of people and you're just telling people what it is, oh yeah, I'm sure they'll respect you a lot more. But as far as, just don't force people to try to respect you. You'll earn the respect if you're respectful. But that type of thing can't be forced, whereas a lot of them try to force you to respect them when knowing they're not making any sense. That's why I said in my video, they have no business being patrol officers. Because you shouldn't be dealing with people on the ground, on that level. Not on the ground. Now behind the scenes, the clerk, HR, accounting, finances, recruiting, because they gotta recruit police too. People like that. Even training. Like, you can train people at the gun range as police officers, as a woman. Because you could be a sharpshooter and still be a woman. Basically anything but patrol officer. Don't be on the ground. And we already talked about the danger aspect of it. That's all I'm saying. I don't care if you're a female judge. As long as you're level-headed and like-minded and fair. I shouldn't say like-minded because she's dealing with criminals. So you don't want her to be like-minded like the criminals. But as long as you're decent and fair, and you know the law, and you're not emotional, your emotions are not getting in the way, I don't care if there's a female judge. I just don't want them on the ground. Same thing goes for the military. If you're in the military, you can be a nurse. You can be the gun person who hands out the guns. Can't remember what they call that. You could be a pilot. You could drive the Jeep. I just don't want them on the front lines in combat. I wouldn't I wouldn't want that. Cause I hate to even say this on camera. We already know it's dangerous when we're in war, but let's just say, God forbid, a female army soldier gets captured in war. Well, now, not only do you have to deal with a hostage situation, but since you're a woman, now you got to deal with the enemy trying to sexually assault you or something like that, turn you into a slave of some sort. Whereas the men, we're just going to be a hostage. We want $1 million per soldier. Whereas the women, you got to worry about the $1 million per soldier ransom and her getting R-worded. Let me stop. See, y'all don't want to hear the truth. Y'all don't hear that. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? That's the type of stuff I'm talking about, man. I say some good stuff right there. But people don't want to hear that type of stuff. I swear. Go off, Greg. I'm with you. My pastor used to say, y'all don't hear me now. He used to say, y'all don't want me to preach. I swear, man. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of having these thoughts and ideas, and people on the other side of my point of view, they're just like, Greg, that's ridiculous. Greg, I can't believe you said that. I'm like, what do you mean you can't believe I said that? That makes perfect sense. Like, what do you mean that doesn't make sense? What I just said right there, that's perfect. Then people just be looking like, shame. Shame? Shame on you for not wanting truth. That's why certain people who I'm around, I know who I can tell truth to, and I know who I cannot tell truth to. So if it's one of the people who I cannot tell truth to, I won't. I'm going to just say, oh, okay. Or, right. Oh, okay, I gotcha. I just go along with their little... I don't necessarily agree. I just don't give them any pushback. Because I know them. So once I give them any type of pushback, they're going to fight me. So I just say, okay, whatever. Right. Right. That's I say, okay, right. But the people who I know are like-minded people, oh yeah, I'll say some truth. But I know now who I can say truth to and who I can't say truth to. Because the ones you can't say it to, they won't accept it. So you're just wasting your time. What do they call that? Speaking on deaf ears or something like that. Yeah. That's why I have this YouTube channel, man. To get my thoughts out into the universe. To get my thoughts out into cyberspace. You know what I'm saying? That's deep. I think my career is yeah. I think I know what Terry does, but I'm not going to say it on camera, but if you do anything with accounting or banking or money or insurance or typing on a computer or HR or advertising, payroll. I used to work at a hotel before, and there was a whole department called like advertising. They were basically like on social media when Facebook was fairly new. And they would basically like advertise events for the hotel I worked at. Something like that, advertising, I think they called it. There's another department called accounting. Women are good at that. I'm all for women doing stuff if it's up their alley, if it suits them. I just don't want them on the front line in war. Yeah, communications. That might have been what it was called. What was it? It might have been communications. Like calling people, reminding people, hey, your oil change is almost due. It's been almost 3 months. Come in for your oil change. Can we get you scheduled? Or the people who call you, hey, it looks like you're low on supplies when it comes to this. Would you like to fill out another order? Or whatever. Or hey, would you like to renew your membership with. You have a good point, Terry. Women are very good at the phone. For one, women like to talk. And women have pleasant voices in some case. I'm not talking about the women with annoying voices. I'm talking about the pleasant sounding women. So if you get a phone call, and you're like, is this spam? But you pick up anyway, but it's a pleasant sounding woman, you're like, oh, I'm going to listen to her. I don't know what she wants, but I'm going to listen to her. I'm going to hear her out. And then she's like, oh, look, we're selling new office supplies. There's a new stapler that just came out. Would you like to see it? You don't care about that stapler. You just want to hear that voice. So the man, as weak as he is, he's going to fall for it like, oh, young lady, maybe, yes. Let's set up a time and place an appointment so I can see this new stapler or whatever. Whereas a man, you might get a little intimidated on the phone. Because I get calls from the men like, hi, Greg, it's so-and-so from the police department. We're asking if you can donate again. Anything helps. Or they'll say, this is the fire department. We need your help. Whereas if it's a woman calling, I might be more likely to donate. I'm just joking. Well, no, that's real talk right there. She said the baby voice. Hold on. I love when men try to get lippy with me when I'm working my baby voice. Smack. Yeah. It's not going to work. Because the baby voice, they're going to fall for that. Terry is a woman. She knows what she's doing. Terry can change her voice. And she does this thing called the baby voice. So, like, let's say Terry's going live this evening, right? Let's say I'm there, Mr. Mad, Chris, Aaron, Latin and Callie, Frederick. We could all be there talking stuff. Adriana Flowers, Seaside, we're all there talking stuff, right? Daniel, Lupin, you name it. You can only have up to 9 people, but let's just say you have 9 mugs on there talking mad stuff. All Terry has to say is, please, guys, please, calm down, everybody. Please. And they were like, oh, okay. Let's say Mr. Mad keeps talking. Everybody's like, shut up, Mr. Mad. Terry said, please. And then we all get on Terry's side. It's that baby voice, man. The baby voice cannot be defeated because it captures people. So women are good when it comes to that type of work. Communications is a good one. And they're very good on the computer. A lot of women have really good spelling and grammar and that sort of thing. They're really good at sending proper emails. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the president's technology communicator, advisor person is a woman. Because I doubt Trump types his own tweets. There's probably some woman, like a stenographer. He's saying it out loud, but she's the one typing it up. Now he might type his own stuff because he doesn't sleep. I'm just saying women are good at that type of stuff. And I'm saying these things because a lot of the stuff I do say, people say, oh, Greg, you shouldn't say that about women. I big women up all the time, but the minute I tear them down, I'm the bad guy. I can't tear people down one moment and build them back up the next moment. What are you trying to say? I just have to big them up all the time? No, that's not love. Sometimes, and this is a cliche, but sometimes you have to tear people down before you build them back up. It's a cliche, I know, but there's some truth to it. What's Pinocchio saying? But I might have empathy because when I see people suffer, I laugh at them so that they will catch my joy like it's the flu or something. Good point, Pinocchio. Good point. Oh, the Jesus March. Right now? Cool. Oh, that's where Ethan Hawke is. Okay, gotcha. Oh, I'm going live on the ground today. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. This is some good conversation right now. Yeah. My mom asked me last weekend to go to church with her and her husband and my god brother and my godmom. They were in town, and my mom said, "You should go to church with us." And I said, "No, not this time." And she always wants me to go to church with her, and I think she flat out asked me in a text message like, "Why don't you?" Or she called me or something like, "Why don't you want to go to church?" And I really didn't have time to explain why. She knows where I'm at with the church. She knows how I feel about church. I just don't go anymore for certain reasons. And I'm going to talk about that in a different video. My point was, or her point rather, was, Greg, you need fellowship. It's good to fellowship, she says. She said COVID ruined a lot of stuff, and I agree with that part. COVID made it to where everybody was doing church online, right? But she's like, now that that's over, it's good to be around people, she said. Not just a podcast, because she knows I do church online to some extent. She said it's good to be around people, as if I live in my basement or something. But little does she know, I'm fellowshipping with you right now, guys. Terry, Pinocchio's helicopter, Blue Aqua Tiger, Ethan Hawke, the body beat down, Arizona Jake. I fellowship with people at work on a daily basis. I fellowship with you guys in the chat. There he is! Yeah! I fellowship with you good people every day. Because whether you believe in God or not, what we're doing is fellowshipping. Because you're the people who I rock with. You're the same people who I talked about earlier who I would do anything for. So we do have a spiritual connection, a spiritual relationship. Whereas my mom just thinks I'm just watching a little church service on the internet, and that's my church. Which is not true, because in many cases I don't even watch church online on Sunday. I'm watching other stuff, which in many cases can be more fellowship than the church service I would have watched. But depending on whose stuff I'm on, you guys, I call that church. If I'm in the gym, I'm having church with these weights. I'm fellowshipping with the weights. And that's not meant to be disrespectful. That's not meant to be blasphemous. I'm just saying there's other ways to fellowship outside of going to a church. Think about it. You go to work 5 days a week. You see the same mugs at work every day. You're telling me you're not going to fellowship with those people? That doesn't mean to go to work and talk about God to everybody. But no, you're still fellowshipping with people at work in the sense that you're watching yourself, you're watching how you behave, how you react, you're understanding your fellow coworkers or employees. You see where they're coming from, You understand that they're no different from you. You understand they got issues just like you do. Different type of issues sometimes, but it's all the same stuff. I call that fellowshipping. When your coworkers talk to you about stuff, or if they're going through stuff, and they ask you for your opinion or advice or whatever it might be, I call that fellowship. If there's an employee who's in trouble and you're trying to talk to this person to get this person or to keep this person from getting in more trouble, I call that fellowship. That's deep. When there's people who show up at your job from other departments who you don't see a whole lot, but it's pleasant whenever you do see them, and then you talk to that person, it could be for 2 minutes, it could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I call that fellowship. Because depending on who you're talking to, you're really getting something out of that conversation. Ooh, this is so deep. I was talking to this dude about a month ago. He used to be my boss, briefly. I did some work for him before. Now he has a different job. But I still see him. He comes up to my current job now for different things because he's in a different position. So I still see him at times. But I just know him as my old boss. Anyway, we're in the parking lot talking. I'm just getting back from lunch, and here he is. Or no, I'm leaving for lunch. I'm leaving, he's walking in. He's, oh, hey, Greg, how you doing? How's everything going? And we start talking. Towards the end of the conversation, I'm thinking the conversation's over until he said this. He said, I kid you not, he said, hey, by the way, I was watching some of that Uncle Tom stuff online, and I saw you were in it. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. He said, I was watching this video, and I looked at this, and I said, wait a minute. I know that guy. That's Greg. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. When I say the Uncle Tom stuff, I'm talking about Chad O. Jackson. Yeah, it's a small world. Small world like a mother lover. Because this man works for the same company I work for. He's watching YouTube videos, and he sees me on YouTube. That was mind-blowing. And then we talk about that with Larry Elder and Chad O. Jackson, and we're basically talking about how things were not this bad in the past, because he's in his 50s, so he remembers when people were still decent. Things were not this bad, and we're talking about how we got to this point. I'm black, he's black. We're talking about the black community and how kids are so bad now because the parents are so bad now. We're talking about that. I consider that fellowship because I don't see this man on a normal basis anymore, but I saw him that one time, and we talked for probably, it might have been 10 minutes. We even started talking about communism. But yeah, I don't see him all the time, but I see him this one time, and it was just straight love. 10, 15-minute conversation. I call that fellowship. So when my mom says, hey, how come you don't go to church with us? I'm finding God in this man right here, who I used to work with. And he's finding God in me. That's fellowship right there. But shout out to the church. Shout out to the pastors. What does the lady say on Bible Thumper Thursday? I was the daughter of 3 pastors. Or no, I was the daughter of 2 pastors. Pastors. Yeah. Was that, what's her name? Stacey Abrams? Yeah, man, that's deep. Because you can get, it's kind of like having street smarts. You know how people drop out of school and then they end up being a millionaire somehow? Like, you can get more sometimes out of not going to church than you can going to church. Because a lot of times when you go to church, you feel like you're good, you're secure. You don't need to do anything else because you're in church every week. But when you're not in church, you really have to fall back on God. Because what other choice do you have? You know what I'm saying? When you don't go to church, I don't want to say you have to try that much harder to be with God, because you don't want to like try desperately, but church can make people too comfortable to be in his presence. And then they think, oh, I'm good now. I go to church every week. I'm saved, sanctified, and running for my life. But the people who are not in church, in many cases, they can find God in a much different way. And it might be a lot more genuine than had they gone to church. Think about being in the streets. If you're in the streets and you don't want to be in the streets anymore, you cry out to God. God will come for you. He will comfort you, but he will come for you. Whereas if you're in the church, you already have this guaranteed complex. Oh, I think I'm all right. I'm in the house of the Lord. That's just a building, man. Go outside and find God. You might have to find yourself in a dark place to find God. He will reveal himself when you're in that place. But if you're inside the church with 100 other people who are jumping up and down, I don't know if you're going to feel God at that moment. Now, there are people who pretend they feel the Holy Ghost in the middle of the church service just to get attention from everybody else. But the real Holy Spirit, the actual Holy Spirit, might not come for you until you're in your bedroom by yourself. No one else around. You can have fellowship with God by yourself. What do y'all think about that? But yeah, Arizona Jake, you'll have to rewind the beginning of this video. I was talking about you. You inspired me. Maybe it's possible to church shop. Try out some different churches or try the late service for the younger crowd. Yeah, you know young people don't get up early. They always go to the 11 o'clock service. Then the old people will go to the 9 o'clock service. Oh yeah. I say we do some more jumping, this time with, how about 25-pound dumbbells? What I'm saying doesn't make a little bit of sense. A little bit. I don't go to church, but this one time a buddy asked me to go with him. I saw there's gonna be cute girls. That's for sure. And those cute girls have the same problems you and me have. And everybody else. Let me drink some more of this water. Then I'm gonna grab some 25-pound dumbbells. 25s. Do y'all understand what I'm saying when I say this is fellowship right now? Y'all in the chat talking amongst yourselves, each other? That's fellowship. I think I see what you're getting at. Fellowship in the church versus fellowship. Yeah. Think about being on an island all by yourself. No resources. It's just you on an island. You're telling me you're not going to cry out to God? Who said that? Coco, Shuko, Papa, Shango. What a name. I should make you a moderator just for having that name. Let me read that again. I'm getting fellowship from you right now. Let me read that again. This person writes, I think I see what you're getting at. Fellowship in the church versus fellowship in the wild. Yeah. I don't even need to elaborate on that because that's perfect. If you're on an island by yourself, we all know you got to learn how to eat and survive and hunt and all that stuff. I'm talking about the spiritual aspect. When you're all by yourself, oh, yes, you're crying out to God. You're on an island with wild boars, random animals that you've never seen in real life, animals you would never see in person. You're not telling me, or no, you're telling me you're not going to cry out to God? Oh, no, you're going to cry out. Whereas if you're in the comfort of the church, you're not crying out to God like that. You might, if there's people around you who are doing it and you want to do it just to make it look like you're like them and you care and stuff, but I don't think it works that way. But shout out to the church. Because the church is open about wanting to help you. They'll say, my church used to be like that anyway. I don't know how much they're like that now, but at the end of every service, the pastor would say, if there's anybody who needs some prayer, come down to the front, and the elders will pray for you. And there was like 6 elders, and they lay their hand on you and stuff like that. The pastor would also say, is there anyone here who doesn't know Christ? Is there anyone here who would like to turn his or her life over to Jesus? If there's anyone in this room today who would like to do that, let's get that done today. Come on. Come on. Then some people start coming down, and they're like, oh, they're coming down, they're coming down. People start clapping and stuff. People get goosebumps and everything. People feel all good. Like, I get it. I understand it. But I still think if you're in the wild, as one would say, God can help you anywhere as long as you want it. So I'm for both. You can get fellowship inside the church. You can get fellowship outside the church. Whatever works best for your spirit. Because your spirit might not want to be around all those other spirits at church. If you're at home, you're just with one spirit, God. When you're at church, you're going to deal with all these other people. I mean, you don't have to deal with them, but I don't know. It's a distraction in many cases. Because you wonder in the back of your mind, I wonder how saved that person is. I wonder if that person's really saved. Or if they just fronting. You start judging people. I wonder how this person's life really is outside of church. You start asking yourself those questions in your head. Which that's Satan asking those questions for you. Whereas if you're at home having church, you can't ask those questions because that subject matter wouldn't exist. Because it's just you sitting there with your Bible or in prayer or what have you. Maybe I'll send my mom this live video. She's going to be like, Greg, what the? You talking about me in your videos? That's funny. I'm supposed to be drinking water and doing 2-5. 25-pound dumbbell jumps. Is this helpful a little bit? I'm not saying you guys are here for church. I'm not preaching to you. But as far as the fellowship aspect, is it clear? Is it helpful in that way? Am I making sense? Kind of reminds me of book smarts, street smarts. Exactly. See, for those who don't know, Coco, Shuko, Papa, Shango is a like-minded person. Yeah. Like a police officer, if you have street smarts, I I truly believe this. If you're from the streets, if you did stuff in your past, if you're an ex criminal, you would make the best police officer because you understand what the other side is like. You know what these criminals are doing because you used to be one of them. Unfortunately, cops don't want people who are like that. They want you to be like perfect. They don't want you to have any record at all. But I say an ex-convict would be the perfect police officer because he would know exactly how to navigate in that realm because he used to live it. This might be the deepest show we've had yet on the Gregatron show. It's possible. Top three. Top three deepest shows. I mean, hold on a second. If you feel what I'm saying, hit number 2 in the chat. Give me a number 2 if you feel me right now. If you don't feel me, don't type anything. Man, Ethan Hawke. Let me get another number 2 real quick. Oh man. Y'all don't hear me. All right. If you're just tuning in, we are jumping with Arizona Jake. Jumping with Jake. Yeah. Yeah. This one goes out to Shiki Baby, Lemon Breaker Joseph, and the Body Beatdown. Like a dolphin coming out of the water. I like that. Oh, that's good stuff right there. The heart rate is up. Did I get any more twos? Let's see. Yes. Explosive training. Indeed. Okay, I got some twos. Yes. Need water. Ooh. So what's the moral to this story, folks? What did we learn today? The moral to the story. The moral to the story. Sup? In the face. We're just doing a recap of what we talked about. The moral to the story is you can have fellowship anywhere, even in the gym. I don't need to say anything else because that's just such a good note to end it on. You can have fellowship here with me in the gym. You can have fellowship on the Terry Strange show or on the End of Face show. You can have fellowship at work, church. You can have fellowship in the grocery store. You can have fellowship in the bank. I know this because I like to talk to people. And once people see I like to talk, and once they see I'm approachable because of the t-shirts I wear and stuff, and my attitude, my personality, once they see basically I'm cool people, oh yeah, they want a fellowship with me. I had a guy I used to work with. He knew my political views, and he disagreed with my views, but he loved talking to me about it because he just wanted that fellowship, man. He just wanted that fellowship. So we wouldn't like argue per se, but I remember almost on a daily basis, because we worked together a lot, we were always fellowshipping, discussing, talking about different topics going on in the world. And we disagreed on like 75% of everything we talked about, but it was still good to have that sense of communication. There's certain people who you talk to on your job or here. You're not going to get that in church. I mean that. Because in church, everybody's so perfect and nicey nice and kind and, church folk. But when you're outside of church, when you're dealing with people in the world, you're going to gain a whole different sense of fellowship. And to me, that's deep. Because church is like the book smart we talked about. When you're on your own, that's the street smarts. The street fellowship, if you will. I might have to rename this video with Fellowship with Gregatron and Arizona Jake. Yeah. You know what?
Let me give you guys a round of applause. On second thought, give yourselves a hand. Now stand up, say hello to your neighbor, shake hands, get to know each other. Okay, so Terry, tell us what time do you think you're going live? For those who don't know, let me introduce you to my good friend, Terry Strange. She's going live this evening. Is it evening or afternoon? Okay, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You guys are 2 hours behind? I think you're behind, right? So that's noon for me, right? I think. I get my timelines mixed up because I don't go to Oregon often. I always forget the whole time difference. Whether so-and-so is ahead of me or behind me or what. Anyway, subscribe to Terry Strange so you can catch her. We might continue this discussion. That's more fellowship. Think about it. She goes live. She might open her show up with, today Gregatron talked about X, Y, and Z. And she might piggyback off of that, which I've done that with her before. Terry had a show like maybe a month, 2 months ago, and it was interesting. I went live a couple days later, and I started my live with piggybacking off of her subject matter. Then she comes in the chat on that live, and we start talking about it even more so. It's like a continuation. It's a to be continue of fellowship. Yeah, it gets deep. When you get chapped hard, it gets deep. When you get certain people, it just gets deep, man. You have to show up to the show. That's why I say it's the best show. Because my show is one way with me talking to the chat. But her show, she actually brings people in on the screen. And you get to hear their voices. It's amazing. Oh yeah. The YouTube community ain't nothing like it. I ain't worried about no Discord. I ain't worried about no Rumble. I ain't worried about no Chat GPT, whatever people are on. I'm not worried about none of that. But YouTube, oh yeah. YouTube is my heart. And it's my heart in the sense that I'll go through stuff in real life. And then I talk about it on YouTube like yesterday, X, Y, and Z happened. And this is how I dealt with it. Type stuff. It's like a journal. Rumble, yeah man, Rumble. Give me a break. Rumble, you can't even fast forward hardly. It's just a T-Move version of YouTube. But we can say profanity on Rumble. You can say profanity on YouTube. You just might not get sponsorships. And ads and whatnot. You can say whatever you want on YouTube. I was watching Officer Tatum yesterday. He was talking about a trial that's going on with the Charlie Kirk assassin. And whenever he would use certain words, I'll say certain words. He said the word when he recorded it, but then he went back and censored the word out. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Censoring these words on your own stuff. If I'm going to say the word, I'm just going to say it in many cases. Because I'm not getting ads. Excuse me. I'm not getting sponsorships like that anyway. But depending on how high profile you are, you gotta watch what you say and stuff. I'm like, man, please. You ain't gonna censor me on my own show. I respect YouTube. I'm not gonna promote violence or anything like that, but a word like rape is an action. It's a verb. They say verb, it's what you do. It's an action. Why would you censor a word like that? Or like guns. A gun is a noun, it's a thing. Like the word murder. Someone was murdered, or someone got murdered, or there was a murder. That's an action. That could be an event, something that happened, a news article. Why would you censor that? Yeah, grape. I hate when people say grape. I'm like, they're censoring the word Nazi. I'm like, we need to know about the Nazis because that was a historical thing that went on in the world. We need to know about them so we don't repeat what they did or learn from other people's mistakes, whatever you want to call it. Why would you censor a word like that? I don't understand. You can say the B word, the A word, the F word, the S word, the N word. You can say all that, huh? But don't say rape or murder. What kind of mess is this, man? I try to understand it, but the more I try, the least I understand it. I'm just saying. Look, I said pew pew. Yeah, pew pew. What is this? If you're telling someone, hey, so-and-so got shot over the weekend, that's valuable information. Wait, someone got pew-pewed? What does that mean? It's like a little kid talking. If you have a family member who died, and the detective calls this person's family and says, hello, Mrs. So-and-so, we found your son. You're not going to say he was deleted last night. You're not going to say he was unalived. You don't talk like that. Stop saying unalived. Stop saying grape. Stop saying pew pew. We need to change that. I'm going to be the anti bad word person. I understand, don't use profanity because there's kids watching. But you can set the setting to no kids allowed, right? We can do that. But words like murder and rape, Nazi, those are just normal words. They're just words. So that's why people flock to Rumble. Because they try to say, we can say all the bad words over here. I get it. Alright? I get it. I just don't like the format of Rumble. It's too hard to rewind and fast forward and pause and all that. And doesn't Rumble have more ads, it seems? I don't know. Yeah, I don't F with any of that stupid mama please. Thank you. You know you don't because look at your channel. Terry keeps it PG 13 at best. But when you get Mr. Matt on there, it's rated R. When you get Frederick, it might be rated R. Myself, I might make it rated R damn near. I try to censor myself a little bit, but who's that guy, the angry guy who'll be on your show, the foreigner, Wildheart? he's going rated R. So you're right. You're not gonna do that mama policing, cause you can't. Like Latin and Callie, she's not gonna censor herself. As long as we're not promoting violence, I think we should be able to. Yeah, it was spinning. Yeah. I see you. Yeah, it was buffering like a mug. That's because unchristian to stop us. Unchristian forces. No, it wasn't just you. It was doing it for like a minute. Okay. I love driving through Bourbon Street with Sweet Home Alabama in my car. Yeah. Guys, you just witnessed. That's crazy. We were just talking about censorship. That is crazy. Yo. We were just talking about all the bad words you're not supposed to say on YouTube. Then the internet went down. I told you. They're watching us, bro. The Chinese weather machine is too close to your home. Yeah. That's proof. I'm thinking, well, maybe it's God telling me it's time to shut this live stream down because I'm done with my workout. But no, YouTube was like, Yeah, you seen it. Watch. This whole video is going to get taken down. Watch. Christian forces. YouTube is like, y'all better behave. Y'all better not be saying these words. That's crazy. YouTube just tried to put me in my place. Rape. You better not be talking about no rapists. Do you see what I'm saying, folks? YouTube tried to stop us. See? Do you feel me? I was just watching your last live. Okay. Talking to Jermaine. Thanks. Jermaine. Appreciate it, sir. Notice how we were talking for a good hour and a half. But the minute you start saying bad words, no. We're taking you off the air, my man. Ain't that something? Yep, we are back. That we are. Let me do a little something. That's the least I can do. Since Arizona Jake inspired me. Because YouTube was like, wait a minute. This is supposed to be a workout stream. This man can't be out here talking real stuff. Maybe I'll work out in between me talking more to make it look like it's more of a workout stream. DJ on Paul and Jermaine. Yeah, you've seen that, do you, Arizona Jake? Music is the same way. Some songs shut the... Yeah, they shut stuff down. It's crazy how the algorithm is set up to where it will pick up certain words. We need to start our own movement to cancel censorship of those words. And I'm going to be the founder of it. What are we going to call it? What will we call it? I just can't believe that happened. Terry, we need to talk about this on your show because that is crazy. And a lot of times I don't call in because I don't have anything to add as to what's being said, but I might add this. So when you hear Mr. Mad talking crazy, tell him, hey, you might not want to say this because Gregatron's video almost got taken down when he was talking crazy. That is crazy to me. They really try to censor us. Oh, Juice. Yeah. I don't get into the Jews and what's the other one? The Flat Earth stuff. And the Black Hebrew Israelites and Black Jesus and the moon landing being real, and I don't get into all that stuff. I just talk about what I kind of know. I stay within my realm. I don't talk about the Kennedy files. I don't talk about any of that stuff, really. I just talk about the gym and comic books. Right, space is just another religion. Yeah. If you talk too much smack, YouTube will not auto-generate this. Oh, generate a short highlight from the live stream. Well, you can always clip your own stuff. Black Jesus have seen the video about Black Jesus. Which one? Because a lot of people are into that. To me, if it's a waste of time, if it's a waste of I don't talk about that. Like when people talk about theology, Golden Rule TV, we talked about this. When people talk about that, it's just a waste of my time. Oh, Jesus is God. No, Jesus is not God. Actually, Jesus is God. No, you're wrong. Jesus is not God. Well, Jesus said this. Oh, but he meant that. I don't get into that. That's idiotic. I don't know what's wrong with people to talk about that. Well, Paul meant this when he said that. Actually, no, you're wrong. Paul actually meant that when he said this. Wait a minute. But you two are both Christians, right? Okay. You both believe in God. Okay. So why are you arguing? Okay, if this person believes Jesus is God, what does that have to do with your salvation? If this person believes he is not God, what does that have to do with your salvation? Why can't we believe one or the other and still get into heaven? Why do people believe that one has to believe Jesus is God or he's not God in order to be saved? This is why I don't get into that stupid stuff. If you think he's God, that's your business. If you think he's not God, that's your business. God gave us the capacity to think and believe whatever we want to think and believe. God's not tripping if you believe his son is God or not. God's just like, okay, I gave them the capacity to have that conversation. Now, depending on the conclusion they come to, That's totally up to them. God's not going to force you into believing his son is him or not him. That's why I don't understand why people argue about it. Oh, the earth is flat. Actually, no, the earth is round. No, you guys are idiots. It's flat. No, you guys are idiots. It's round. I took the measurements. I plugged in the equation, the formula. It is flat. How does that change your life? How does that make your life any better or worse? I'm serious. The moon landing never happened. It did happen. It happened 60 years ago. No, it didn't. In the profess, we never went back. So this is just another infinite argument. An argument that doesn't change anyone's life. Like if we found out right now that that was fake, the moon landing, what would that change for you personally? Is it going to get more money in your pocket? If you know the earth is flat, how is that going to pay your bills? If you know Jesus is God, how is that going to pay your bills? If you know Jesus is black, how is that going to pay your bills? Like, I'm sick of these people. This is why when I hear that mess on these panels, I don't call in, I don't participate. I might be in the chat talking stuff like, look at these idiots. But I'm not calling into that because I have nothing to add. Oh, you're misunderstanding what Paul meant. Yeah, it's called reading comprehension, you dumbass. This person is comprehending Paul's notes in this way, and you're comprehending it that way. We don't all have the same reading comprehension. That's why you take reading comprehension when you're in school. They say, well, how well can Greg understand what he just read? And you might both fully understand it. You just view it different ways. So it's not really reading comprehension. It's just views. We think different because we're different. We're not the same people. And people want to argue about that. I don't know how Terry and Jamie do it. Because they have all these people on their show talking stuff that don't mean nothing. You're wrong about what Christ meant when he said, actually, you guys are wrong about what Christ said when he said, but everybody here is a Christian, right? Okay. As they say, make it make sense. Y'all arguing about religion and y'all in the same religion. I talked about this before. I'm not going to keep talking about this. Yeah, the flat earth people. The earth is effectively flat too, to me. It probably is round. You can believe that, but who cares? It doesn't make me any more rich. It doesn't make me any more poor. How is that going to affect the outcome of my life? How is knowing the earth flat, how is that going to keep me out of jail? How is that going to keep me from not robbing a bank? You know what I'm saying? You think if a cop pulls you over and you have mad guns and drugs in your car and warrants, and the cop says, buddy, you're coming with us, you're under arrest. You think if I yell, no, the earth is flat, I'm saved. Or if I say, you know, Jesus is God, I'm saved. You can't arrest me, officer. Like those type of things are gonna change what happens to you in your physical life. Sir, we see you on camera. You just robbed a bank 2 weeks ago. Is this your car? Are these your guns? Is this the getaway car? We have footage all over the city of you ripping up and down the road after you robbed that bank. And you tell them, well, officer, that was me. However, I'm a flat earther, so I know the truth. Therefore, you can't arrest me. What do you think the police are going to do? Your dumbass is still going to jail. So what did being a flat earther have anything to do to change you going to jail that night? People believe in this stuff like it's going to save their life. Jesus is black. Everybody came from black people. Everything originated in Africa. Okay. So how's that going to put bread on your table? No, seriously. Let's just say everything came from Africa. Pangea happened. And then God made Adam and Eve somewhere in Africa. They repopulated over hundreds of thousands of years. People ended up migrating. The climate was different all over the world. That's why people look different. But let's just say it all started in Africa first. How is that going to put bread on your table? Oh, wait. How is that going to put water in your refrigerator? How is knowing that going to pay your electric bill? I'm still waiting. Oh, no, I'll wait. Go ahead. You guys in the chat, keep talking amongst yourselves. I'll wait. As Jerry Springer would say, let me shut up for a minute. I'm going to shut up for 1 minute, all right? Starting now. No, I said I would shut up for 1 minute. Because I just want answers to these questions. You know what I'm saying? People think knowing this stuff is going to somehow save their life. It was nice, wasn't it, Golden Rule TV? You can hear the birds chirping in the background. Somebody said, why isn't Greg talking? Because I'm just saying. How is knowing black people were the first person on earth, how is that going to put bread on your table? And how is that going to pay your phone bill? Aren't those birds nice? Listen to the birds. That's all I'm saying. That silence was nice. It was. Silence is not violence. Silence is peace. Amen. Oh, that was nice. Oh, yeah. The chickens in the background. Oh, yeah. Shout out to the chickens. I'm glad you guys showed up, though. That's 10 people watching right now. 9 likes. The good thumbs up button. Bird game is a difficult skill to acquire. I always have birds out here. You would think I have a bunch of pet birds. Nah, they be out here, G. They be out here. Straight up. On the strength. Real talk. Word up. On God. What's the other one they say? No cap. Oh, man. What are y'all doing today? Any plans? Anybody got anything going on? Because I know you're not going to listen to me all day. I can't believe somebody in the chat said, why isn't Greg talking? That's funny. Too funny. I know they like to sing for whoever has a Sir tree. I don't have any trees in my backyard. None. Yeah, I get all my neighbors' leaves all the time. Oh, fruit tree. I was about to say fir tree, like peaches. I know peaches have that fuzz on them. Good for you. Nothing. Question, how come Jermaine isn't a moderator yet? Jermaine's a good person. Add. Standard. The only person we're missing is Tar Baby Yoda. That's the only one. All the other good people, they all showed up. Oh yeah. I'll never forget that time Sweetheart was here and y'all went crazy. That was so funny. That was crazy. But yeah. I dedicate this video to Arizona Jake. This 1 hour, 54 minutes, and 19 seconds. That's dedicated to you, buddy. You inspired me to make this video. So what time is it? It won't show because the garage door needs worked on, but Terry goes live today. This afternoon. Yes. Arizona Jake. That's right. Word up on the strength. But yeah, Terry be live in probably a couple of hours. So make sure you go on over there next. That's what's fun. It's like a to be continue. Oh, you haven't been to Terry's channel yet? It's called Terry Strange. Where you been, man? You've been missing out. Her show is better than my show. You think it's good over here in the Gregatron gym. Wait till you see Terry Strange's show. It's fun. It's the stuff. She starts out talking about her little topics. Right, in Canada. Then, depending on the show, people start calling in. 888-77-TERRY. That's 888-77-TERRY. That's not the real number. I'm joking. It's on StreamYard. So you click the link, and then she makes sure you're who you say you are, and then you call in through that way. You're not actually calling in, you're interneting in. So yeah, we'll see what happens over there. Until then, I got some stuff I gotta do around the house. I'm organizing my figures upstairs. That's fun. You found it? Hit the subscribe button now. I think we should practice being quiet for 1 minute on every stream from now on. Like a moment of silence. That was kind of fun. There's a bird right there. We could appreciate the bird. Maybe we'll call it the bird stream. I'll do a stream where I'm just sitting in the backyard listening to the birds. It'll be like a quiet place. Bird watching with Gregatron. Or bird listening to bird listening with Gregatron, not to Gregatron. Yeah. Because again, sometimes I ramble, I go on, but I'm like, hold on a second. Let's listen to these here birds real quick. But the purpose of me bringing up that moment of silence earlier was because I was asking questions, and I said, oh no, I want to know. Knowing that Jesus is black, how is that putting food on your table? I'll wait. That's why I waited for a minute. That's real talk. like Jesus' color changes what he did for us. I don't know what's wrong with people. But let's see. Let's give some shout outs. Oh, and buy me a coffee, by the way, if you like the content. Buymeacoffee.com/Gregatron. That's me, buddy. Shout out to Pinocchio's Helicopter, No Diggity, Blue Aqua Tiger, Terry Strange, Arizona Jake, the one and only, DJ on Paul. I like this person. Coco, Shuko, Papa, Shango. That's a new person. Shout out to you. You brought some good stuff today. Jermaine and Canada. Duh! In the Face. Crash Zero. Ethan Hawke, aka Jamie Russell. Golden Rule TV. And last but not least, The Body Beatdown. You guys are my people. You made this weekend and this live stream that much more worthwhile. I hope I said something that could provoke some thought. Something you can kind of just sleep on it and then wake up and, he might have had a point. I disagree, but he might be onto something. Hopefully that happens. Or kind of, what's the word I'm thinking of? Reflect on it before you go to bed about the whole fellowship discussion. Because that's deep. Deep, deep, deep. I breathe deep like an old man in a deep sleep. Deep. Alright? With that said, it's Saturday. I'm going to let you guys get on with y'all's weekend. Sunday tomorrow, meaning it's almost time to get ready for Monday, which nobody wants to do. So let's enjoy our Saturday. I'm going to try and stop by Terry's later, say what up to them. Make sure you subscribe to her show too. Subscribe to Arizona Jake as well. Because if I can inspire you by doing 3 sets of jumps, Arizona Jake, he's one of the masterminds when it comes to inspiring people. I mean, he puts this stuff out. I'm like, dang, man. How is he doing this? Like, how are you doing this, man? I uploaded a short for you too, if you haven't seen it yet. It's like 20 seconds long. But yeah. Oh yeah. DJ on Paul. Let's get up out of here and enjoy our day. Alright, but you know where to find me. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comment section. Questions, comments, or concerns. Send me a super chat if you want to. Buymeacoffee.com/Gregatron. But you can leave a comment on any one of my videos and I'll respond to it as promptly and quickly as possible. I try to. For some reason, sometimes I won't see a comment until weeks later. I'll go on that video and I say, oh, look, this person left me a comment a month ago. How come I didn't see it when they left me the comment? The algorithm can be weird sometimes. I don't understand it. But all the comments be clean and PG, but I just don't see all of them sometimes. Oh, yes, Sydney Sweeney. Sydney Sweeney, I was talking about her maybe last week when people were complaining about, Supergirl, she's so ugly. Supergirl's not even pretty. I'm like, what do y'all want? Y'all want her to look like Sydney Sweeney? You don't want Supergirl to be hot because she's supposed to be like a 19-year-old or something, 18-year-old, depending on the comic book. You perverts. Damn people. But yeah, Sydney Sweeney, she's bad. That's a beautiful woman right there. Oh yeah. I could see young men having a crush on Sydney Sweeney. I had a crush on Susie Q when I was a little kid. Susie Q and Kimberly, the Pink Power Ranger. Now I have a crush on Rosario Dawson, Jessica Alba. Who else? You could throw Halle Berry in there. I don't have a crush on Halle Berry like that. Pam Grier when she was younger, back before she got all old. But no, Rosario Dawson and Jessica Alba, I still have a crush on. To this day, and Kimberly the Pink Power Ranger. Big time. But yeah, ain't nothing wrong with some Sydney Sweeney. Y'all need to stop hating. Not y'all. You guys appreciate her here, but these people on the internet, can I keep talking for a minute? Can I talk my stuff again? Talk to them. These people on the internet have the nerve and the audacity to talk about these women. She's too fat. She's too ugly. Her hair ain't right. And to be honest, the Body Beatdown, he brought this point up a month ago when I made my video. The Body Beatdown said, all of these men out here on the internet who are saying this stuff about these women, they would be the first in line to date them. I said, bravo. Yes. I couldn't have said it better myself. I love that. That's the fellowship I'm talking about. That was so good and it was so deep. It just stuck with me. My whole thing was, who the hell do these people think they are judging actors and actresses on how they look? But the Body Beatdown, he took it a step further. He's like, that wouldn't stop him from dating them. Thank you. Bravo, sir. This is why I love you guys so much, man. You guys always bring just good, honest, truthful opinions. And they're not even opinions. That was a fact. Y'all up here talking about Sydney Sweeney. She's objectifying herself. She's pushing a white supremacy narrative. Let's say you're a black guy who doesn't date white women. And you're saying, oh, she's pushing, she has good genes. She's pushing that the white gene is superior to the black gene. You'll be the first one in line to go deep inside of Sydney Sweeney. You hating ass. You hating ass, you know what? I ain't gonna say the word. We saw what happened last time I said a bad word on YouTube. The internet went out. Hell yeah, they're going deep. If Sydney Sweeney came up to you right now and said, hey, I want to take you to the back of this room, or the back of this club, or whatever. I want to take you to the bathroom. You think they're going to say no? Oh, no, I'm serious, Jermaine. Are they going to say no? I'm not going with you to the bathroom. That's gross. No. You're going to the bathroom with Sydney Sweeney. You're going to. All y'all talking stuff. Y'all love that woman. That's why y'all keep talking about her. Not you guys. I'm talking about the people out there who are talking stuff. They know damn well they want their girlfriend to look like that. Them lips. And that thick hair she got. She got good hair. Got blue eyes. Looks like a female Captain America. That good blonde hair. And she got curves. And she's chesty and whatnot. Busty. People up here talking about she's making women look bad. Women do that to themselves, idiots. She's an actress. She's getting paid. She signed a contract. She's an adult. She knows what she's getting into. Then they're gonna have the nerve to call the lady who plays Supergirl, they're gonna call her ugly. So if you're really pretty and sexy, you're screwed. And then if you're ugly, you're still screwed. So it doesn't matter what popular female figure is blowing up on the internet. They don't care. They're just going to talk smack about her because they hate women. That's what gets me. People say, oh, Greg, you shouldn't say that about women. I'm defending women right now when it comes to this crap. I'm saying the stuff that an average normie might not say. Because these people know they be fronting. Y'all got me going now. They know they fronting. You mean to tell me, ooh, I used to work this job with all men. There was like 7 full-time men, and the rest of us, we were all part-time. It was like a summer job. One of the guys used to say, if one person said, oh no, I don't want that. You know how men talk amongst each other, locker room talk. Somebody would say, hey, would you do so-and-so? Or would you do such and such to that? The person would be like, no, she's not my type. One person would be like, man, if that mother lover wrapped her legs around you, you wouldn't know what to do. But he's right about that. If Sydney Sweeney wrapped her legs around you, ooh, you wouldn't know what to do. I'm going to leave it at that because I'm going to keep it PG-13 at best. These are the same dudes who, they wouldn't even know how to approach Sydney Sweeney if they saw her in person, or if they saw a woman who looked like her in person. It could be her identical twin. It might not even be Sydney Sweeney. If they're out and about at the market, at the bank, at the gym, they see that woman in public, they'd be like, oh. You know how people try to look at their phone or look down, look around. Where's the nearest water fountain? They go somewhere else to make it look like they don't see it. No, you see Sydney Sweeney, you just be like, oh. Y'all nervous asses. That's why so many women don't respect men anymore. Because y'all scared of them. Y'all scared of women. And then there's one dude I used to work with on the same job. He used to say, hey man, it's just the P word. It's just, I ain't gonna say it. And then there's some men who I met who they act like they'd never seen a woman before. I used to work with this one dude in security. We'd be watching the cameras, right? He'd be like, look, he elbows me. We're sitting in the same office. He's like, look. I'm like, what, man? Look at camera number 6. I'm like, what? I'm like, okay. He's like, she's a hottie. That's what he used to call them, hotties. All right, man. She's in the main lobby. I'm going to go patrol. You pervert ass. Sometimes we would just watch the cameras and make up stories as to what they're saying. They're at the front desk, talking to the front desk worker, and we would like do like a voiceover with our voices. Or we see 2 people on the camera sitting in the main hall or whatever talking. We would actually make up stories as to what they're saying. It was fun. But yeah, people like him, they act like they've never seen a woman before, let alone a Sydney Sweeney woman. So stop fronting. Stop calling these women out of their names. Stop calling them ugly. Stop calling them fat. Because you know you would go deep if given the chance, you perverts. And a lot of these guys who talk this stuff, they never been with a woman. They never been around a woman. They don't know how to act when they're near a woman. Instead of just being normal, oh, hey, hon, how you doing? Oh, hey, good to see you. They'd be like, oh, let me tie my shoe. Is she still here? Oh, let me tie my other shoe. Your shoelaces are not untied. You have Velcro shoes. Up here pretending, oh, let me tie my shoe. Let me check my text message. Ain't nobody texting you. Yo lame self, ain't no one texting you right now. You pretend to be on the phone because a hot woman walked by. You should be ashamed of yourself. If you like her, that's fine. If you want to speak to her, that's on you. If you don't want to speak to her, you don't have to speak to her. But don't be talking stuff in the back of your mind and not approach her. Because you don't know this woman's heart. You don't know who she really is unless you get to know her. Say something, mother lover. I dare you, say something. Just say hello, damn it. How you doing? Nice day we're having. Nice weather, huh? Oh, man. Relationships with Gregatron. I can't stand it, man. Because the real men who have girlfriends or wives or whatever, they don't act like this. Real, normal, genuine men, we don't go around talking bad about women for their looks. We can get women, so we don't even participate in that mess. But the men out there who can't get women, or who don't know how to talk to them, they're the ones on the internet. Oh, she's ugly. She's fat. She's short. She's skinny. She's too tall. Her second toe is bigger than her big toe. That wouldn't stop you from letting her wrap her legs around you. That wouldn't stop you. These people, I ain't gonna say that. I had to stop myself. Yeah, they're creepy. Oh yeah, man. If Sydney Sweeney had 20 to 30 more pounds on her, exactly. That's how they talk, bro. That's what they say. They say, she's decent looking, but I like my women to be a little bit heavier than that. Her weight ain't gonna stop you from even imagining doing stuff to her, you sicko. So you would still do it in your mind, meaning you would do it in real life. Because it's the thought, that's the sin, not the actual action, right? So you would still hit that, whether she weighs 20 pounds heavier or not. You sick bastards. And then you want to sit up here and act like she ain't your type. You don't even have a type. What is your type, mother lovers? She needs to be 5'5", fair skin, medium haircut. She can't have hair under her armpits. I hope she wears a little bit of makeup, but not too much makeup. She needs to make sure she has good hygiene. She needs green eyes, and her favorite color needs to be purple. That's your qualifications, huh? Okay. So you don't care if she's a decent woman. You don't care if she can take care of herself or you. You don't care if she can raise a family, raise kids. You don't care if she knows how to hold a conversation. You don't care about any of that, huh? Okay. You just care about the stupid stuff. Okay. We live in a simp culture right now. A simp culture. A creepy culture. But we can thank social media for that. Because prior to social media, you had to actually talk to a girl face to face if you liked her. If you liked her, you either had to talk to her yourself Or your homie would have to slide in and say, hey, you know Greg likes you? Oh, I didn't know Greg likes me. Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay, I like Greg too. And then the homie would go back to you, Greg, she says she likes you too. That, or you would have to send her a note or something. Back then, you had to talk to him or communicate somehow face to face, whether it be in person, or you call their house phone, or you leave them a note in their locker or something. Or like I just said, the homie would tell her for you, Greg likes you. Social media today, all that's gone. Now anybody, any pervert, any creep, any scumbag can just go on any website and say, you're hot. What? Let me send you a picture of my you know what. They do that. I hear women tell me, they say, Greg, you're not going to believe how many you know what pictures I get in my DMs. I'm like, what? That's a real thing. People do that. So all the courage that men used to need to possess, all that manliness, you don't need it anymore. I mean, you still need it, but they don't use it because they don't need it. Once you use it, you lose it. But now that they lost it, ooh, this is deep. Now that they lost it, they just use the internet. You're so beautiful. Oh, I hate that. When I'm in the YouTube comments on a woman's channel or in the chat or something, you can kind of tell who's a simp and who's not. I hate to use the word simp because people call me a simp. But I hate when I see the comments that are like, oh, you're so beautiful. Good morning, beautiful. I'm like, ugh. But you can kind of tell if it's coming from the guy who would not say that on a normal basis. Now, you kind of know your guys who can talk to women because they come in the chat or the comment section in like a manly way. But you get some people who just, they're like shadows of what they used to be 20 years ago, 30 years ago. We're just shadows now. Because you don't need that heart anymore. You can just get on the keyboard and say, hey, beautiful. Or in a text message, hey, beautiful. I'm going to send this B word a heart. Or a flower emoji. Like, you know you used to have to draw that in a note, right? You used to have to talk to a girl face to face in the market, in the bank, at school, at church. Not anymore, man. Everything's so virtual. That's what I don't like about these dating sites and these dating apps. Everybody's already looking for somebody. So all the men already know what to say. And all the women kind of already know what the men are going to say. So it's just a big cesspool of, I don't know what you want to call it, but I don't even know, man. It's just, we'll just leave it at, I don't like it. It's a cesspool. Dang dating apps. Ruining everything for the normal relationships. Every woman you're talking to on that app, she has 10 dudes talking to her, bro. 10, 12, 15 dudes. And they're all messaging her, trying to get something. That shit gets old, man. Women are getting tired of men just wanting sex and money from them. Women are tired of that, man. And men, we're tired of women wanting either sex or money. Well, a lot of the men, they're not tired of the sex. They'll take it. They'll take it or leave it. Even though they're fronting about Sydney Sweeney, oh, they'll take the sex. But after a while, that stuff gets old. It gets old. Yep, using each other. Can we get Joel Friday back up in here? I'm telling you. Can we get Joel on this? You know this is deep. Straight up. She got 20 dudes in her DMs, and 5 of them are sending you know what pics. And there's some women, ooh, this is deep. Speaking of deep, I had one woman tell me, she said, you're not going to believe what people say to me in my DMs. You're not going to believe it. Just talking crazy. It trips me out when a woman talks dirty in my DMs or text message or whatever. I'm like, oh, you filthy you little freak. Because you know, men, you know how we think. I hit that. Whatever they say. And women and men are not so different in that way. They think about it too. They just don't say it as much, as we all know. But it trips me out when a woman says that type of stuff in a text message. I'm like, oh, you are a freak, aren't you, you little freak? Which, that's why Jesse Peterson says the 2 things men have to overcome the most in this world is sex and food. Because you can try and be like me on that path of working on yourself, the straight and narrow path, right? You can be on that path. I'm on it. Out of nowhere, some random woman will start texting you some dirty stuff. I want you to do X, Y, and Z to me. What? I'm supposed to be on the narrow path. Boom. And here comes Satan. Can I come over tonight? Satan knows what he's doing with these women. Satan knows to use these women to get to decent men. He knows. Satan knows your weakness. Don't fall for it. That's real talk. That's life. You can be trying to be right and do right. And here comes some mess in your DMs. What you doing? Remember they said that? What you doing? Why? What is it? WYD. What you doing? You know what that means. When she says, what you doing, that means she wants to come over. And then she's bringing alcohol, so you got that involved. And then y'all might do something else. Come on now. We're all adults. We know what it is. I know a lady, she told me recently, she said, I'm tired of men always wanting sex and money from me. She said, I'm tired of it. I'm thinking, I feel the same way. I'm tired of women wanting sex and money from me. I said, we might be some like-minded people, you know? So the women, they have to deal with it too, men, not just us. I can't believe there's men out there who ask women for money or who want them to spend money on the men. Like, to me, that's crazy. That's like reverse gold digger stuff. That's like a male gold digger. I guess that would be called what? She would be what? The sugar mama? And he's the sugar baby? And then you get some who you buy them stuff and you give them money and whatnot, and then you don't hear from them. So it's like, what are y'all even doing? What kind of transaction is this? This is not a relationship. This is not a friendship. This is just straight up using each other. Using. Like a drug user having needles in your veins. Having a sugar mama is pretty dope when she just falls in your lap. Hey, you can have a sugar mama at your own risk. Be careful. Because she might have so much dang on money, and she might be used to giving you that money. And then the minute you say, no thanks, I'm in a relationship now, I don't want to do this anymore. It would be inappropriate if you were to give me money. The minute that happens, she could tell all your business, show you y'all's old text messages from 16 years ago. She could go crazy, start buying you random gifts and sending them to your address, start stalking you or anything. Be careful with these sugar mamas. And women, be careful with these sugar. Ooh, this is deep. I saw a story. Who was talking about this? Was it ABL? This is like months ago. ABL told a story about this article he saw where this 65-year-old dude was dating this 30-something-year-old woman. And she was not like a gold digger per se. But the old man, he was spending money on her, basically. You know, the whole 9 yards. He took her out to dinner. He bought her bags and shoes and all that type of stuff. Took this woman shopping. This man's 65 years old, taking a 30-something-year-old shopping. He had it all tallied up in his notebook or whatever, how much money he had spent. He spent like, was it $6,000 on her or something? This was all in the lifespan of like 6 months to a year. And he really liked her. Fast forward, the young woman finds another guy. Basically breaks it off with the old guy. This guy's closer to her age. They have more in common. He's more up her alley than the old guy. He's more physically fit, whatever. That and the old man, he's old enough to be her freaking dad. Long story short, she breaks up with the old guy, gets with this young guy. The old man went crazy. What did he do? I don't think he threatened her physically, but oh, I know. He went to her job and told her job, oh, I spent $6,000 on this broad and she don't respect me. And if she's going to do this to me, she'll do it with anybody and all this stuff. I don't know if he called up her job on the phone or if he like went up there in person. Long story short, this guy snapped. This guy went crazy. I'm like, dude, no one told you to spend $6,000 on this woman. If you're buying a woman's stuff or sending her super chats or taking her out on dates or whatever, shopping, you're doing that at your own leisure. She's not making you buy her bags and carry her purses and, you know, the whole cliche stereotype when the man takes the woman shopping, when she's just prancing around and he's got like 2 arms full of bags. We know that picture. I don't do that crap. But he was mad at her for leaving him. Wait. So if you didn't spend $6,000 on her, would you have been mad then? He was mad because he wanted something out of it. He thought it was guaranteed that she would be his girl just because he spent $6,000 freaking dollars on her. But no one told him to do that. No one said, hey, spend $6,000 on this broad or I'll blow your effing head off. No one said that. But he did it anyway. And then he was upset when she left him. Like, these relationships are not guaranteed to last, people. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We're not guaranteed to stay with each other. If she liked you, she would have stayed with you. If she wanted to be with you, she would have been with you. And then this man went crazy, got mad about it. I'm like, yo. That's why I say Golden Rule TV, be careful. Because if you have a woman who's a sugar mama, I guess, meaning she's giving you the money, right? If she's giving you money and you're her sugar baby, that means she knows where you live. So if she knows where you live, just be careful. You might need to get the police involved in the future. You might need a restraining order, a PO, order of protection, anything. She might just start leaving random money in your mailbox with a heart on the envelope. Be careful, Golden Rule TV. I know you're married now, but that's a slippery slope. Money and sex are, in my opinion, the root of all evil. Not money and sex, but the love for money and sex, which is basically lust and money. The love for those things, that's the root of all evil. Because people get so intertwined with those two things. They say, oh, I'm giving you this part of my life, therefore I want something back. I'm expecting for you to be a certain way to me. But see, women are smart. A woman will just say, well, I didn't ask you to do those things. I used to not know this when I was younger. A woman would say like, oh, y'all know the whole story. Oh, my phone bill's almost due. I don't get paid until next Thursday, but it's due this Thursday or whatever. Oh, if I could only pay my cable bill or whatever it is. If I could only pay my gas bill. If I don't pay it now, I'll be behind. And she says it in such a pitiful way. And you, being the idiot male friend, y'all ain't even having sex. Y'all just, you want the sex, but she's using you as a friend zone guy. Well, you being the simp you are, you're like, oh, how much is the phone bill? How much is the electric bill? How much is the gas bill? How much is your internet, your cable? How much are these bills? How can I help? She then uses reverse psychology and says, oh, no. I couldn't make you do that. I can't let you do. No, baby, it's okay. It's okay. I got it. I'll take care of it. No. Then you think you're being a man by standing up and helping this woman. Here you come, Captain Save-A-Ho, with your cape on and everything. You got Captain America's shield on and the cape on your back. You got Superman's cape and Captain America's shield. You show up like, what's the problem, honey? How much are these bills? Well, the phone bill is only $120 and the internet bill is only $200. You're like, psh. Even though you know it's a lot of money, you act like it's not, and then you're like, oh, psh. Consider it done. I'll pay that. And then she's like, oh, you would do that for me? And you're like, oh, absolutely, baby. I got you. I'm going to take care of you. Oh, fast forward. You think this is your girlfriend. Just to find out she doesn't even like you in that way. And then you're like, wait a minute. What about all the electric bills and phone bills and internet bills? And she's like, well, I didn't ask you to do that for me. You volunteered, remember? She got your ass. She got your ass. Idiot. I had to learn these type of things for myself. You got to listen to what they say, man. That's back. I'm not saying I did those things in particular. I'm just talking out loud in general. But anyway, that was back when I was Simpatron. But now, what do they call me now? Somebody gave me a new name. Not Alphatron. It was something else. Damn. Not Pimpatron. It was Pimpatron too, but there's a different one. I'll think of it later. We'll go with Alphatron for now. Did it start with a G? I think it started with a G. Not Gangatron, Gangatroni. It was related to being alpha. Some type of alpha and then Tron afterwards. Somebody on the Hake Show gave me that. Damn. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. Don't just let people walk all over you. Even if you're the person receiving money, that person's still using you. If you're the one taking the money, you think you're screwing that person. No, that person's screwing you too. Because now emotions are getting involved and intertwined and nah, man. If you're not willing to walk away in 60 seconds flat, you shouldn't be giving her any of that stuff. You shouldn't be building an attachment to someone based off of those type of transactions, sex, money. No, if you are going to be attached, which you shouldn't be attached, but if you are going to be attached, you should be attached based off of real stuff. Each other's heart, each other's spirit, not money and sex. Oh, man. Y'all don't hear me. They just don't hear me, man. What are y'all saying? Lady Gagatron, no. Well, Megatron, of course, but it was a different name. One person said Gregatroon. That's like an insult. It wasn't that. It was, it's like Alphatron. Omegatron. I'm pretty sure it started with a G, though. What else do old men and women have in common? Other than cess. Right. Because at that point, you're not trying to build a relationship like that. You might get some, depending on how old they are. They might just want to be with somebody, man. They just want to be with you. She could have kids by now and everything. It don't matter. She could be divorced, widowed, whatever. She might just want to be with you. For you. Which is interesting. Good point, though, Golden Rule TV. Thank you, that's it. Gigatron. I knew it. Gigatron. That's it. That's the name they gave me. I can't remember who said it. It was in a super chat. I knew it started with a G. Because Giga is like a Giga Chad, meaning you're like a manly man, right? Thank you, Jermaine. I knew it started with a G. I told you. I was thinking like the word alpha, like alpha male, but yeah, it's the same concept, Gigatron. I used to be Sympatron, now I'm Gigatron. Thank you. That made my day. I don't call myself that, that's why I forgot. But yeah, we can end the show on that note right there, man. That's deep. All this time, I was stalling, trying to figure out what the hell that word was, because I don't say it myself. I don't use it personally. But thanks to you, Jermaine in Canada, I can end this show. Stay tuned for next time. You won't want to miss it. That is so funny. Imagine the stuff you knew back then that you don't know now. And you're like, oh, I can't believe I used to be that way. I used to be so Sympatron, now I'm so Gigatron. That's so funny. And this is before like the red pill stuff. I hate that. Red pill nation. Red pill this. You can take the blue pill or you can take the... I don't like that stuff, man. Like, I just look at it as to how my life is lived by me and the people around me. I base it based off of how I interact with these women. I don't listen to these alpha male people on the internet. Just sit up there and talk about women all day. That's simp stuff. Me and you guys, we're talking about it because we're fellowshipping. We're just talking. But I'm talking about the people who have followers. Like, I ain't gonna say their names. Y'all know who they are. The big red pill movement people. The people who have young men following them. But pretty much like the Andrew Tate people. The Andrew Tate crowd. Those type of people. Right? What did Ethan Hawke say? Men can become new toys if they get creative. It's possible. But yeah, basically, those Andrew Tate people who actually believe it, I don't get into those type of people. I just live my life based off of what I'm doing. Right? Ooh, that's so deep. There's a difference between fellowship as to what we're doing. Thank you, incels. And what's the other one? MGTOW? MGTOW, men going their own way. There's a difference between what we're doing is fellowshipping, but what the Andrew Tate people, what they're doing, they're like following. I don't want you guys to listen to me. Yeah, men going their own way. Yep, MGTOW. I don't want you guys to listen to me about this stuff. I'm just talking about my life when stuff happens and whatnot. But I'm not like a prophet when it comes to relationships. You know what I'm saying? Men not building their country back up. Not at all. Not at all. They gave all their power away. Now women think they're strong women. The men are pathetic. No one wants to get married. The roles are upside down. The woman has to step up and do all this extra stuff she wouldn't normally do because the man she got with is so pathetic. He wants to sit on the couch and play PlayStation all day. He barely works 40 hours. He might work 40 at best. And then he wants her to be home. He doesn't help with the kids one bit. Meanwhile, he's on some chat line with some other woman. It's a mess, man. We live in messy times. I can see if one of you buys the groceries, the other one cooks the groceries, or something. You know, help out a little bit, you know. Do something. Do you need detergent or bleach or whatever for the clothes? Like, one of y'all has to go out and get the stuff, run the errands, and the other one takes care of the house. There's men who don't even want to run the errands. At least when you're out and about in that direction, call your wife. Hey, do we need anything for whatever? I'm on such and such side of town. Oh yeah, we could use some whatever. Oh, okay. You can't expect her to do every damn thing. Not everything. You know, help your wife out a little bit. I understand you're making all the money. I get it. Or if she says, hey, we need butter. Let me know we need butter before we're out of butter. Don't say it now that we're out. Let me know, hey, we're getting low on butter. Next time you're out that way, can you grab some? Oh, okay, yeah, I'll grab some since I'm already right there. Exactly, Ethan Hawke. Since I'm already in that shopping district, yeah, I'll get some paper towels, toilet paper, Kleenex, whatever. Because I'm right by this Walmart. You know, help out a little bit. People got it so twisted. Well, the woman, she should be doing all that. Like, yeah, she's supposed to take care of the house, but whose house is it? It's your house, too. You still gotta... Don't just blatantly, obviously sit on the couch and play PlayStation for 16 hours and then go to work the other 8 hours. Like, you know, help out. I understand the man's tired. We work labor, in some cases, hard hours. So when you're not tired, when you're at home, you know, pitch in a little bit. I got a buddy who I work with. He's always talking about, we work the same job, so we be tired. Well, he'll tell me like his wife is always trying to get him, can you cut the grass? Whenever you get up from your nap, can you cut the grass? I understand he's exhausted. I get it. But she needs to understand he's exhausted. Let that man sleep. Let that man take his nap. He'll cut the grass. He'll cut the grass when he's ready to cut the grass. I went over his house one time because I had my birthday party there one year. They have a pool. And I'm like, this grass doesn't look bad to me because I got there to set up for the party before he cut it. And I'm like, are you sure she wants you to cut the grass? He's like, yeah, I still got to cut it real quick. I'm like, bro, for the party tonight, this grass looks fine. Stuff like that. Women, you need to understand your husbands. Understand the physical labor we do. And men, understand y'all's ladies if they need some help around the house. If it's within reason, help out a little bit. Let's say she cooked and she made a damn good meal. You might help her wash some dishes here and there. You might not do it all, or at least like wash the dish out before you put it in the dishwasher. Stuff like that. You see we're out of paper towels. Okay, let me put a new one back on the thing. It could be anything. It could be anything. I know, right? Jermaine said, B word, be quiet. I think he's referring to my homie's wife. Talking about, you need to cut the grass. I would only do something like that if it's within reason. That grass did not need cut, but he'll tell me all the time, she always wants the grass cut. She always wants me to help in the yard. She always wants me to help in the garden and all this stuff. I'm like, that's her operation. That's her operation, man. On the street, says Ethan Hawke. Hell of a show. What time is it over there, Jamie? Okay, it's 12:51. It's 12:51 here. Oh. And Terry says she's going live at 2. Right? I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Do it when I say now. Oh, wow. It's almost 1 here. So you're 2 hours behind me. That's how they destroy the kids. It's a mess, man. Yeah. Making the man sound like he's all lazy and stuff. You need to do this. You need to take out the trash. He just got off work 2 minutes ago. He just got in the house. You need to do this. I need help with this. Like, you can talk about the needs around the house without nagging. Don't nag about it. Men don't like that. That's called nagging. Just wait till the man gets home, takes off his shoes, takes a shower. Make a list even. That way he can kind of keep his peace. Don't just bombard him with crap. That's why a lot of guys, when they clock out, they still hang around the job and talk for 30 minutes. I do that, and I'm single. I'll still talk for half an hour to an hour with some people. I'm not even on the clock anymore. Not because I don't want to go home. I just like talking to people. Just imagine having a nagging wife at home. You're not going to imagine what the kids did.
Okay, I will deal with it. Just relax. I will deal with it. When I'm ready. It's like trying to make someone eat dinner when they're not hungry yet. I'll get to it when I get to it. Can I eat it when I'm ready? Then you get some who get offended when you don't eat their food. You didn't want my food? I had a lady at my job yesterday say, you didn't eat my food. Why didn't you eat my food? Because she brought some food in. I'm like, I don't know, because I brought my own food that day or something. I said I didn't want any. Are you one of those people who don't eat other people's food? I'm like, no, I eat other people's food. I just didn't want any that day for whatever reason. Now she mad. That's called control. You're not controlling me with food. No, no, no. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. Getting that good spine alignment. Ooh. This video was supposed to be no more than 2 hours. That is crazy. The minute we got to talk about relationships, a whole nother hour. That is crazy. Oh, I'm gonna eat my cornbread. Yes, sir. You're behind, that's right. Yeah, that's right, because you're on I guess you would call it the East Coast. No, West Coast. I'm sorry, West Coast. You're with California and all them. Yeah. So it's 10:55. Wow, it's still 10:50. Okay. It's 12:55 here. So it's almost 1 here. But it's almost 11 over there. It's like I'm time traveling 2 hours into the future from you guys. A $50 bill sitting on the sidewalk. And I got 5 on it. I got 5 on it. Yeah. Portland during the fall is beautiful. I will never forget how that place looked. Oh yeah, that's a good song. I don't know the words, but I just know that part. I got 5 on it. Something, 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 some. I got 5 on it. That's all I know. Songs like that, that's all you needed to know. Was one line. I was singing a song yesterday. My coworker brought it up. She said, "Are you familiar with this singer?" I was like, "If I hear a song, I might know, but I don't think so." She's like, "He made that one popular song," and she's like, "What is it? What is it? What is it?" She finally mentions the song. I was like, "Oh yeah, I know that song." From that moment to the rest of my shift, that song was in my head. It was that, about, not everybody in the club getting tipsy. We brought that one up, but the country one. Everybody in the bar getting tipsy. That's the only line I know in that whole song. Everybody in the bar getting tipsy. Because my nephew, he's 6. He sings that song because my sister likes it. I asked him one day, I said, "What's that mean?" And he's just looking like, I don't know. He doesn't know what getting tipsy means. He's just like singing it because my sister sings it. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Songs like that, and everybody in the club getting tipsy. I thought they were saying getting tips. And
I got 5 on it. We only need like one line, one good, memorable line to just be stuck on that song. They knew how to make catchy songs back in the day, and to this day they still do. Like, everybody at the bar getting tipsy. I like, it's 1:15. I'm all alone and I need you now. That's a catchy song. Said I wouldn't call, but I'm drunk all alone and I need you now. Which, that song I actually know some of the words. But I got 5 on it. I don't know any of those words except for that part. I got 5 on it. Thank you. That's funny. Funny! It's been 2 hours and almost 59 minutes. Okay, so almost 3 hours. So for the last minute, sometimes I do karaoke. With my sister, I'll do it. For the last minute, say your last thoughts. Say goodbye to each other. Because it's been almost 3 freaking hours. I'm not one of those people. I can't be on here all day. I cannot be in here all day. Creep on in. On in. On in. I don't think I know that song. Creep on in. On. I know that Chameleon song. In the streets I'm peeping game. I can't trust you, no, no. All up in my business, man. I stay on the low, low. Say it really, really fake. Can't trust what you know, mo. Closest thing to something, something. I'm creeping on the low, low. Creeping on the low, low. I be moving, I be rolling slow. I'm creeping on the low, creeping on the low, low. Creeping on the low, low. I be rolling slow. More money means more problems, like Biggie said. Whatever he says. Last thoughts, people. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. There's 8 people still here. I can't believe it. I got 5 on it. Oh, creep on in. Thing is, see, I wouldn't know that. I wouldn't know how that song starts. Because all I know is I got 5 on it. Golden Rule TV, what's your last thing to say? Jamie got to sing Tiny Tim tunes. Who is Tiny Tim? Again, if I hear his song, I'll recognize it. But if you just say Tiny Tim, I'm like, I don't know who that is. Okay, Jermaine, what's your last word? Last idea, last thoughts. Or just put in the comment section what we could talk about next time. But this whole live stream, I was just going to talk about Arizona Jake and the workout and whatnot. But it's rainy again. Sure is. Raining again. Yes. That's a good last word. See you tomorrow, and fellowship is right. Blue Aqua Tiger remembers Tiny Tim. If you can't get through a whole Tiny Tim song... Oh, if you can, then you're a trooper. Okay. I'll look it up when I go back inside. Yeah, Golden Rule TV. Wait, he says Tiny Tim actually kicked the bucket while performing his mess on stage. Really? Good. People are leaving. I'm going to kick you guys out so you can kick me out. Alright? I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good weekend. See you at the Terry Strange show. Alright? Peace.